Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle, and today we're going to alter a page in Kameliya Angelkova's, hopefully that's in screen for you, 50 Halloween Mandalas, one of my favorite books, one of my favorite cute and creepy books. And I started this page on my color your season tag. I was just basing some things, and I've based a few more things, but before I got too far along, I wanted to draw on my alterations, because in this book, you guys, if you follow me, you probably know I don't like a big circle in the middle of the page. But I wouldn't normally have bought a book like this, but when I saw the flip through, I knew that there were elements in the circles that I could bring into the rest of the page to make a more pleasing page for myself. I mean, if you like it that way, you do you. But it gives me a chance to draw. I like to doodle. That's why we're called Doodle Robot. So, I like to put my own spin on things. And so here I just did some texture, kind of like we find in his little patches on his outfit there. And then here we have just kind of brought the stockings out here. I find it best to use some element that's already in the picture when I'm altering a page. That way it has, it's unified. So we're going to do a similar thing here. I'm going to ink it so you can see it better. And then I'll put it on time lapse for that. And then we'll come back and I'll explain where my ideas came from. Did I start out with this idea? No, I did not start out with this idea. It was something that developed at school when I was looking for pictures online, inspiration pictures online at school. So I'll put on time lapse for the inking, and we'll come back and we'll talk about all the inspiration and how it ended up this way. All right, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back, and I have inked it and erased it. I did that off camera. I didn't think you wanted to see that. There's little erasers, shavings everywhere. I just use one of the best purchases ever, the AFMAT electric eraser. I really need to plug it in. I used an entire cartridge of eraser erasing this. Micron pens for inking. I think I used the 3. I had the 5 out just in case I wanted a thicker line. So what we have here, again, like I said, this is just based right now. I will do some block shading with alcohol markers. On the background, I will do some pencil shading, so we don't really have to worry about like this part here. I knew I was going to do pencil shading, so I didn't really worry about it. I'm inspired by the front cover here. I wanted to do a dark to light thing just like there, but the moon is right there, so kind of a problem. But anyways, enough about that. You'll see that in my finished pages at the end of the month for September and October. I'm very excited. All right, so I was at school, and I was like, okay, I was trying to remember my picture at school. What did it look like? And I'm like, oh, I could make it the earth with like little human bones down here, kind of underneath, almost like, you know, just got buried there under the tree or something. And then when I typed in, at school, I typed in cartoon underground bones, and lots of things came up that looked like, you know, science book, well, cartoony versions of our science book stuff with the striations in the earth and, you know, various different dinosaur bones and such things. I really like the one with, there were quite a few with little rocks down here and then the different colors. So I'm going to do it like that when I ink it. So obviously I got the fishbone idea, the dinosaur idea, the little seashell idea, little pile of bones there. All that came from my research online. There were a bunch of pictures like this. And I did freehand a lot of things. I used a stencil here. And then, of course, you saw me inking. I just kind of make sure I wiggle when I do it to make it look kind of rock-like. And I am also as lazy as the next person. You see the cutout right there, right? That was a dinosaur that I colored on the back and just traced on there because I didn't want to fiddle with drawing that particular thing. And when I was at school, I was thinking that I was going to put some of like the interesting earth formations that we have around where I live, the canyons and such, and the cliffs. But in my mind at school, there was more room in the background. And when I opened the book to do it, I'm like, oh, I can't really do that because nobody's going to understand what I drew in this little tiny space here. So I skipped that and I thought about it for a while. And remember, I like to bring elements from here out to here. So I just freehanded it. I tried to follow Kameliya Angelkova's style, although obviously I didn't try very hard to replicate her style. It's her style and my style. We have different styles. But it's basically a tree. And I decided, you know, it needed hanging bats because there's bats right there. So I looked up a cartoon of hanging bats and just found kind of an easy one. We got 3, and then we have the gravity-defying bat right there. So still pencil shavings everywhere. So like I said, I think I'm going to do the earth, you know, the striations, different colors. I'm going to go over everything with this color here. And then I'll go around it with the various colors, and I'll block shade the stones down here, kind of like, it's very blurry because I blew it up, but kind of like this picture here. They've got, in the original picture, it was like block shaded. So everything will match. I'll base the tree in the same color, so you know it'll be nice and unified, and then I will block shade it probably however I block shade this tree. I think that it's going to be a purple, like maybe a red purple out here. I did want this and the bats to be purple, and I don't know if they're going to be the same purple here or the same as these bats. I'll have 2 shades of purple, I imagine. So that's where we are right now. So there'll be some block shading with alcohol markers. There'll probably be use of gel pens and some Prismacolor, I think, to do some pencil shading as well. So that's the plan. We've altered it. You'll see it finished at the end of the month. I thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.